What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I'm David Guy Kicks. Welcome back to a brand new video. For today's video, I'm going to be experimenting with rug tufting for the first time. Lately, rug tufting has been super popular and it has gained my attention. After watching so many videos on social media, I decided to try it out for myself. And just a quick update, this is my first time dropping a video after 2 years. I do have a separate video about me talking about where I've been these last 2 years, and you guys can find that on this channel on my last video. But other than that, I'm super excited to be back. Now let's get right into this video. Before we can actually start rug tufting, we're gonna need all the materials. And this really does depend how you want your rugs to look, what exactly you're trying to do, because they have so many materials that you guys can get. But I will have a list pop up right here on the screen. This is everything that I got. So my total investment spent for all these materials was about $300 to $400, and it can go up from there. A lot of these items are a one-time purchase, and some of them are pretty expensive, such as the tufting gun. The tufting gun itself will run you about $150 depending on the version that you get. But like I mentioned, I'll have a list right here. You guys can go through it, and I will have some links in the description as well, just in case you want to try this out for yourself. Alright, so let's talk about this frame that I built. This frame size is 51 by 48 inches. I got 2 long 2x4s, cut them up into a square, added some carpet grippers along the edge to hold the tufting cloth firm, then I secured it on a sawhorse with some clamps. I know this is probably not perfect, but it's gonna do the job. Shout out to the YouTube channel Euphoric for giving me the idea and inspiration behind this frame. Now check this out. I first bought this one not really knowing the size that I was gonna make for the frame. It doesn't fit, but that's okay because we have a bunch of other cloth that we also ordered, and this one, it's not like we can't use this anymore. I just gotta make a smaller frame for it later on or something, but nothing is gonna go to waste, so that's okay. We're gonna stretch it on through the carpet gripper, and we're gonna need to make it pretty tense, that way it can withstand the gun going through it. Alright, we got it down. That was a little scary at first. I thought that I might have built the frame wrong, but we're good. So, when you put on these carpet grippers, it's important that the nails are facing away. Dude, I haven't even turned this on yet.
Well, there's only one thing to do.
Let's turn it on.
Whoa, 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 trigger safety, bro, trigger safety.
Face down, face down.
You plug it in just like... Oh! Dude, I called it.
Yo, trigger safety.
Trigger safety, bro.
Oh, because it's on. Whenever you plug this in, make sure that it's turned off. O for off.
Wait, O for off? O could be on.
Yo, this is sick. And then under here, like a sewing machine, you can see the
sensitivity.
The sensitivity. So this is the lowest. This is the fastest. Yo. I gotta start slow because I don't know how to use this.
Okay, Scarface. Alright, put it down.
Say hello to my little rug. Alright, before I practice on the actual tufting cloth, I'm gonna practice on this couch. So this is the first rug that I'm gonna make. This is an Akatsuki cloud. I wanted something simple, but not too simple. Something that had 3 colors, because obviously there's a black outline, there's a white outline, and then there's the red cloud, and then there's some white in between. This is dope. Who wouldn't want one of these Akatsuki cloud rugs? I think there's only one proper way to make this rug. Alright, I'm just being goofy. Oh, you want me to keep it on? Okay, okay, I'll keep it on. Obviously, I'm gonna need a projector to project the image onto the tufting cloth. Once we have the image on the tufting cloth, we then get a Sharpie and then trace it. Once we outline the design, we can begin to use the tufting gun. Just a quick heads up, whenever you're projecting an image, make sure you guys flip the image before you start tracing it, because this side is gonna be the side that we put the glue on and the backing to it. So it is gonna be flipped and you'll see the other side. Flip your image, it's very important. So yeah, let's trace the image. Alright, so I just finished tracing the image and this is what it looks like. Just because you don't trace it out perfect doesn't mean that you're actually gonna make the rug like this. So it's kind of like a rough draft. One other thing that I noticed that other people do when they make rugs is that sometimes they label on the cloth what color goes where. Alright, so we have the design, we finished tracing it, we went over a few things. Now it is time to wind the yarn into some yarn cakes. And this step isn't necessary at all, but it is recommended. Because if you were to start tufting with the way the yarn is right when you get it from the store, there is a possibility that it will get stuck. And winding it in these yarn cakes, make sure that that does not happen. Although it is still possible that yarn will still get stuck. And it's also super satisfying winding it up. I didn't show this on camera, but I went ahead and oiled the machine just to make sure it's gonna slide properly. We have the gun here ready to go. It is in the on position and it is at the lowest speed. Most of the time when you order the tufting gun on Amazon, it should come with this feeding tool right here. Once I pull this trigger, this should pull and then cut. I just moved it to the fastest setting just to see how it looks like compared to the one we just did. Oh my goodness. Yo! Before I actually start this, I gotta do a practice test one on this side. The moment of truth. What the hell? That was a fail. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, it's not on. What the hell, man? Why is it doing that? I realized that I guess I wasn't pushing hard enough against this. So I had the gun sitting up against here. It kept tearing and I was like, yo, why is it tearing? So I was like, okay, next time I'm gonna push up against it. At least I'm getting better at loading the gun and a lot quicker because I keep messing up. So that's a positive. And then again, just a quick note, I still am only using one yarn at a time. A lot of people say that 2 yarns at a time makes it softer and thicker and it speeds up the process kind of, but I'm just testing with 1 for now. Once I get more comfortable, then we'll use 2, maybe even 3. I've seen people use a bunch, but let's start off with 1. Now we're applying pressure. And we forgot to turn it on again. Yo, what did I tell you guys? Look at that. Not the straightest line, but it's something. And there we go. There is our rug. Alright, so after practicing for a while now, I feel like I kinda am getting better at this. These are some lines that I first started doing it. I did a lot of tears because I wasn't applying enough pressure, but I realized the more pressure that I put, the better that it looks. So that's something that I had no idea before, but I'm happy that I'm kind of somewhat getting it down. I wanted to make sure I had enough practice down before I attempted the actual rug. But you can't be good at something unless you actually practice it. Like, you can go and watch hundreds and thousands of videos about driving, and then you actually get behind the wheel and start driving, and it's totally different. So you guys gotta make sure you practice. Alright, so I've been practicing with 1 strand. Now let's try 2 strands. This is what 2 strands looks like. This is what 1 strand looks like. So obviously it's a lot thicker. And then this is where it got worse because I didn't apply enough pressure. And then we applied more pressure right here. And it will definitely cover up a lot more space. Sorry it's taken so much time for me to start this, but I wanted to walk through this together because this could have been the first video you guys see of rug tufting, so I had to explain a lot of stuff. And since this is the first time me rug tufting, it's a big learning experience as well. So I pretty much finished up all the red that I'm gonna do for now. This is what the floor is looking like right now. And then this is what the other side is looking like. The next thing I'm gonna do is add the white around the cloud and on the inside of these areas. And when I do that, I had to switch out the red yarn to the white yarn. But yeah, let's continue this rug. Alright, so I just finished the tufting portion of making this rug, and this is what we're looking with. I feel like it came out pretty good, but the good thing about this is after we glue the back, then I can go ahead and give this thing a fresh line up. That's when we come in with the clippers and scissors and we line everything up, make sure everything is the same length. But for my first rug, I feel like it didn't come out that bad. The only thing that I would probably work on for next time is I feel like I tufted a little too close to this side right here, so I wasn't able to go all around. Originally, I was gonna do a black outline. There was no way that was gonna work because I have the frame right here and it wouldn't allow me to do any of that. And I feel like this could have been a little bit more rounder, just like everything else. But whatever. Once again, after we carve it and shave it and give this thing a fresh fade and lineup, it's gonna look 100 times better. But alright, let's go ahead and glue this thing. This is the carpet adhesive that I will be using. I think this one was about 30 bucks, and I know they do have a much larger one for about $50, but they didn't have the larger one, and this one will be perfect because I'm not doing a bunch of rugs right now. Maybe later on I will get the other one once I start doing more rugs. And then I went ahead and got some plastic spatulas. You go to Icicles, and this is the spatula they use to scrape off the ice cream. Ugh, this thing smells. Okay, I want to wear some gloves too. And open a window if you are inside of a building. Ugh. Yeah, this thing does smell. Good thing I wore gloves because I just got some on the back of my nails. So I just finished applying all the glue I needed to the rug. Now we gotta wait about 24 hours for it to properly dry, and then we can begin to cut around the rug, and then we can begin to carve it. But wow, I'm actually proud of myself for making it this far. If you guys haven't already, please go ahead and hit the like button. But yeah, I'll see you guys in 24 hours. So for this part, I'm going around the rug and cutting little slits, folding them over and hot gluing them. After you finish hot gluing around the edges, then you can apply your backing. I have two different types of backing. The first fabric is felt. The next one is non-slip backing. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the felt fabric to the first rug. After you trace it and cut it out, that's when we get the spray adhesive, spray the back, and apply the backing. It's better to do this half at a time, that way you can ensure that it sticks properly. And I'm specifically spraying the back of the rug, trying to avoid the edges, because we're gonna end up hot gluing the edges later on. The hot glue will be more secure than the spray adhesive for the edges. Feel free to go back and trim the edges as much as you need to, just as long as no backing is showing from the top view. When it comes to finishing the backing, there's multiple ways to do it. This is a method that I've seen on YouTube multiple times, but there's many ways to finish your rug. So we officially glued the backing to it. Now it is time to start carving it up and shaping it up. These trimmers are from Amazon, and I see a bunch of people use this model right here. I think these ones were about $60, and it also does have different speeds from minimum to maximum. And I don't have it at the moment. It's like a plastic guide where you put in between these clippers to make sure everything is even and the correct height. So I will probably get that in the future. Right away, you can already tell that there's a lot of areas that aren't leveled, and we need to get this leveled and to the correct length so it can look good and presentable. Alright, so here is the final rug that you guys saw me do for this video. As you can see, after trimming it up, it does look a little better compared to before. And then I did that second one over there. And then this one was my third rug. But already you can tell after practicing a little, the white looks so much better. This top one right here is the last one that I did. This one right here is the first one. This one right here was the second one. And this is the other thing that I wanted to show you. I put another bar right here so that it can hold the gun, because before that I would just leaving the gun in the most random places. And this is more secure, so I can literally hold it right here. I can feed the gun through here. And the other thing I did, added this extra piece of wood right here. This is just for extra support so that it doesn't tip over, which is way better and a lot more sturdy. But I think later on maybe I'll do a video about how I built this, because I'm gonna need to build a smaller frame. That's gonna be the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I really hope you found it useful in some way. I'm sorry this video was so long, but I just wanted to make sure I covered everything there was to talk about rug tufting. Not bad for my first video back after 2 years. I'm just glad to be back, and I hope you guys feel the same way. But I will see you guys very soon. I have a whole list of videos that I am so excited to do on this channel, and I'll see you guys next time. It is your boy David Got Kicks. Peace!